welcome back to my channel. So this was one of the most requested videos, that how to get jobs in Korea as foreigners. So this video is going to be a step-by-step process of number one, how to look for companies which are hiring for foreigners, where to look for them, how to look for jobs which are hot for foreigners and how to apply, and so on and so forth. This is going to be a very useful guide if you follow through. And how this worked out was that someone reached to me on Instagram and we decided to chat and record a video so that we can share it with all of you. There is a little to and fro in the video, but you can find a step-by-step clean guide on my blog, the link to which is in the description box. Do subscribe there as well, because when I put up a next post, you will get a notification in your email, you know how it works. Also, if you like the video, do hit like, share it with your friends, and please subscribe. So let's just get straight into it.
Start करने से पहले, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Meenakshi. I'm from India. I'm pursuing BCom and I'm in last year.
इंडिया में कहाँ से हो?
इंडिया में दिल्ली से.
ठीक है. और आपको कोरिया में बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट है ना?
बहुत ज्यादा.
कैसे, कब से आया इंटरेस्ट?
कुछ वेब सीरीज देख के, कुछ उसके सॉन्ग सुन के, उसके बारे में पढ़ के, तो ऐसे से इंटरेस्ट वो बढ़ता गया.
इस सेशन में we will talk about how to get a job, how to find a job for a foreigner in South Korea. ठीक है? Because like there's a lot of information available for America, Canada, Australia, but South Korea के लिए कम information available है. तो I thought कि जितना भी मेरा experience है, I'll just record and just share it in the open so that सबको help हो जाए जिनको भी interest है, especially from India, but in general any foreigner will find this helpful. ठीक है? First job जो यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा popular है, वो है teaching English. To teach English in Korea, you have to be from a native English speaking country like UK, USA, Canada, New Zealand, I think. तो हम लोग क्वालिफाई नहीं करते, even though we are really good at English, but Indians cannot teach English in Korea. So I will just keep that topic aside. ठीक है? Anyone who wants to work in Korea has to get permission from the government in the form of a work visa. सबसे पहले टाइप का जो वीजा होता है यहाँ पे, that is an F visa. If you get an F visa in Korea, you do not need a company to sponsor your work here. You can come to Korea and work, but it's really, really difficult to get that visa. या तो तुम Korean American हो, so you will get that visa, or you get married to a Korean, which is the second way. So you get that visa.
नहीं हूँ.
हाँ, so it's like really difficult to get that, and it's really like not that common. And also, third way to get F visa is if you do a particular job, like for example, if you are into software engineering, उस जॉब को, एक पर्टिकुलर जॉब को आप काफी लंबे टाइम तक कर रहे हो बिफोर यू अप्लाई फॉर एफ वीजा कि ओके नाउ आई क्वालिफाई, तब गवर्नमेंट कैन कंसिडर यू कि हाँ इसने कम से कम लेट्स से 10-20 इयर्स तक काम किया है, देन यू कैन क्वालिफाई. बट दैट्स लाइक अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. यू डू नॉट वांट टू वेट फॉर 20 इयर्स टू. उसकी ज्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल नहीं है, सो आई एम जस्ट गेसिंग कि 10-20 इयर्स, बट एफ वीजा इज समथिंग व्हिच इज डिफिकल्ट, सो वी विल कीप दैट असाइड. Now the second type of visa is E-visa के type होते हैं. E1, E2, E3, E10 तक जाते हैं. E1 is I think for a professor, अगर आप यहाँ आके कुछ पढ़ाते हो. To that you have to have a PhD, you have to qualify. E7 visa is something जो और special what do you say, special qualifications या. For example, software engineer है. जैसे यहाँ की सबसे बड़ी कंपनी पता होगा तो Samsung, LG, they are all Korean companies. So they hire a lot of engineers, software engineers, electrical engineers and stuff. But for Samsung to hire a foreigner, they have to prove the government कि जिस job के लिए मैं एक foreigner को hire कर रहा हूँ, that cannot be done by a Korean. It's a job which can only be done by a foreigner. So they have to qualify it. तो उसकी जो qualifications होती हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा, like you have to justify it. So either you are an engineer, you have worked in software engineering, and then Samsung wants to hire you, they can hire you, they will sponsor your visa, they will justify your movement. That is one way to do it. Similarly, marketing में अगर आप हो, या PR में हो, या content creator हो, you're really good content creator, especially in English, because अब Korean में हो तो Korean तो यहाँ मिल जाएंगे लोग, but in English or maybe in some other language, right? So you have to apply for companies who are looking for that talent in a foreign pool. ठीक है, तो इसलिए वी लुक एट कि व्हाट आर द जॉब्स कंपनीज इन कोरिया आर लुकिंग फॉर फॉरेनर्स. अब मैं अपनी स्क्रीन शेयर करके बताती हूँ कि हाउ विल वी फाइंड इट, हाउ डू वी फाइंड जॉब्स इन कोरिया. सो द फर्स्ट वेबसाइट इज पीपल इन जॉब. तो यहाँ पे, हाँ, इफ यू लाइक टाइप दिस ऑन गूगल यू विल गेट दिस. इट इज एक्चुअली इन कोरियन बट गूगल ट्रांसलेट्स इट फॉर मी. तो यहाँ से मैंने इसको ट्रांसलेट कर दिया है इंग्लिश में. ठीक है, तो अब यहाँ पे बहुत सारी जॉब्स है. व्हाट वी विल डू इज वी विल क्लिक एट जॉब्स डिस्क्रिप्शंस एंड सी कि क्या जॉब्स अभी हॉट है मार्केट में. what are the skills or what are the job fields in which you can like pursue your education, or if you really want to come here and so on. ठीक है, so let's see कि क्या है अभी. For example, so this is something called senior digital design engineer. As I told you, engineers की, any engineer like software engineer, they are really good. I mean they are really in demand here. तो इसमें लिखा होगा कि क्या रोल है और what do you like, what are the requirements, what we are looking for. So engineering एक हो गया. Now let's try to look at what other fields are there in terms of like creative fields like marketing or content, maybe HR or something like that. For example, e-commerce planning manager. Let's look at requirement. See, above 8-year experience in either digital media planning or e-commerce, fluent in English. अब जो ये fluent in English होता है ना, they like these are good jobs where you can apply because in Korea it's considered that foreigners have a very good level of English. Like Indians also are considered to be pretty good in English. So these are kind of jobs where you want to apply. But this is like 8-year experience. तो ऐसे ही कुछ जॉब्स होंगे जिसमें 4-year एक्सपीरियंस भी होगा, 3-year एक्सपीरियंस भी होगा. बट इट्स गुड टू हैव a decent education from India or whichever country you are from, then get a little experience, then come to Korea, rather than कि यहाँ आके पढ़ेंगे जो कि बहुत ही ज्यादा एक्सपेंसिव होता है. If we have data, for example, this one, Kupang is a very high valued, how do you say, startup in Korea. और क्या कर सकते हैं यहाँ से, like we at least हमें ये पता चल गया कि Kupang is a Korean startup जो हायर कर रहा है. So then what you can do is you can go to Kupang. तो उन कंपनी के आगे if we write careers, they take us to their career page.
Okay.
So working at Kupang Korea. So see, these are all the domains जहाँ पे इनकी jobs हैं. Now this is technology, for example. Let's see technology. So technology में UX होता है कि वेबसाइट तुम्हारी कैसे दिख रही है, यूजर डिजाइन, यूजर एक्सपीरियंस. उसमें बहुत ज्यादा जॉब्स है अभी कोरिया में. ठीक है, तो ऐसे ही लाइक यू कैन यूज दिस पोर्टल टू सी कि कौन सी कंपनीज हायर कर रही हैं. देन यू गो टू गूगल एंड लुक फॉर दोस कंपनीज करियर्स पेज एंड सी कि क्या क्या जॉब्स हैं. दिस इज हाउ यू लुक फॉर जॉब्स. दिस इज हाउ यू लुक फॉर जॉब्स इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, अमेरिका, कनाडा, कहीं पे भी. बट ऐसे मत करना. लाइक दिस इज माय सजेशन टू ऑल द पीपल हु आर वाचिंग दिस वीडियो. डोंट चूज योर करियर टू कम टू कोरिया. पहले अपना करियर चूज कर लो, जो भी मजे आ रहे हैं उसमें, मार्केटिंग, पीआर, व्हाटएवर, देन ट्राई टू कम हियर. लेट्स सी. हाँ, so this one for example should have analysis related to something. Yeah, see, experience in statistical analysis like SQL, Excel, Python. This is really good. Although they say 5 years, but what I'm trying to say is like even if you apply with 3 years or a very good resume that you know SQL, or you have worked in a similar startup in India or in any country, then you can apply.
Okay.
ठीक है, so you can apply from their careers page, apply immediately from people in job. And the third way, which is like the best way to do it, is LinkedIn. This is a very helpful medium to get a job. Like I know people who are working in Korea who applied while sitting in India through LinkedIn and they got a job. And then the company will sponsor your visa and you will come here. So now here, let's look at, we'll click on jobs and we will look at, यहाँ पे हम डाल सकते हैं साउथ कोरिया. बट यहाँ से हमें ये पता चल सकता है कि ओके दिस कंपनी इज लुकिंग फॉर पीपल. So you can go on their website and check their careers page, as I showed you for Kupa.
ओके ओके ओके
ठीक है, and then let's look at Adidas. Adidas तो सबको पता है.
हाँ जी
So here they are looking for fluent in English, strong analytical skills. So you see all these multinational companies, they are very much in Seoul and they are looking for people. तो इन सब JD descriptions को I mean job descriptions को देख के you can decide, you can see what your interest is, maybe like, और ठीक है, ये तो हो गया jobs का कि कैसे jobs देखते हैं. We can also look at some people's profiles like foreigners working in Korea and look at their profiles कि वो कैसे आए. That is also very helpful with LinkedIn. That's why you should be on LinkedIn. So I want to see people. ठीक है. अब let's write Seoul. For example, ये है. ठीक है. Looks like an Indian name working in Seoul. So if their profile is public, we can see that what did he study. He looks like a senior guy. So he's a PhD in biotech. Biotech again. This is how you can look at the profiles. ठीक है. For example, he also looks like a foreigner.
ये फॉरेनर इंडियन नहीं है
हाँ, पर हम तो सब foreigners की profiles देख सकते हैं ना.
अच्छा
है ना, कि उन्होंने क्या पढ़ा है. For example, he has studied Spanish.
ओके
But he studied then he did from his MBA from Seoul.
अच्छा स्पैनिश करके फिर सोल से एमबीए किया उन्होंने मास्टर वहीं से
This is how you can look at people's profiles. ठीक है, तो अभी तक हमने क्या डिस्कस किया, that we can look at people's jobs. वहां से हम देख सकते हैं कि कौन सी कंपनीज हायर कर रही हैं. We can go to those companies and then check their careers page. Then the third way is LinkedIn. LinkedIn पे we can search for companies hiring in South Korea. Then again go to their pages and search कि कौन सी jobs अभी foreigners के लिए. We can at least get an idea. And then we can also look at people's profiles and look at their journeys, how they came to Korea, what did they study, what are they doing, what did they do. Okay? So I think these are all three ways. Now the fourth way, which I took, is you work in India in a multinational company. Like abhi jo maine companies दिखाई है, they were all multinational. Adidas, Mastercard, they have their offices everywhere. And you get an intercompany transfer. So like जैसे India से लोग Australia जाते हैं या US से जाते हैं with their companies, you can come to Seoul. That is also another way. Oh yeah, there's one more website which I forgot to show. It's called Craigslist. So Craigslist is more like part-time jobs. Like for example, translator हो गया, या तुमको किसी को हिंदी पढ़ानी है. Like हिंदी, Indian culture is very popular these days in India, in Korea. So people are trying to learn Hindi for little small jobs. So you can like teach Hindi in some foreign language school, or there are some media production houses who need people to translate, Hindi to English. There are very many media companies who are based in Korea, but they shoot in India. So they want some Indians to translate.
Okay.
Right? Or for example, you come here to study and you want to work in a cafe or a restaurant. तो वो सारी jobs यहाँ से मिल जाती है. So I think this is all I have.
Guys, that's it. If you have any questions, do feel free to reach me out on Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram, YouTube, on my blog, so you can comment down here or reach me out personally on my blog, or DM me on Instagram. As I said, I will definitely reply. We can have a normal chat, and yeah, I hope you like it. Do subscribe and see you in another video. Bye.